My name is Tammy Thomas, and I am the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at TEDCO. Joining me today is Dr. Artie Santhanam, Executive Director of TEDCO's Maryland Innovation Initiative Fund, also known as MII. If you don't already know about TEDCO, we were established about 23 years ago by the Maryland General Assembly. TEDCO's role is to be Maryland's leading source of funding for early stage technology-based businesses, to provide other business assistance to entrepreneurs throughout the state, and to foster technology transfer and commercialization from the state's universities and federal labs. In a nutshell, we identify, invest in, and help grow technology-based companies in Maryland. Now, I'll pass it on to Dr. Santhanam to discuss TEDCO's new Agriculture and Rural Rebuild Challenge, or ARR.
Hello, I'm Artie Santhanam, and I am managing this brand new challenge at TEDCO. This challenge has been enabled and funded by the COVID Relief Act that was passed by the Maryland legislature recently. It is an adjunct to the other program at TEDCO, which is called Rubric, that is to investments. This particular challenge, the ARR challenge, however, is slightly different. And we created it specifically to assist Maryland's rural and agricultural businesses that have been detrimentally impacted by COVID-19 pandemic and associated economic downturn. What we will specifically fund are technology-empowered initiatives with an emphasis on collaboration that will help our rural and/or agricultural businesses recover, rebuild, and pivot from the current economic crisis. Awards will be awarded in the form of a grant up to $200,000 per project for a period of 1 year. We would be looking to see what economic impact was generated from this award. So at the end of 1 year, we will be looking into getting that report. And the deadline to apply was April 30th, but we have recently just extended it to May 14th, 2021.
Thank you so much, Dr. Santhanam, sorry. Now, we've already received some questions about the ARR challenge. So let's dive into some of those and so that you can answer for our audience. The first one is, can you clarify what is meant by collaborate with rural businesses, research institutions, and related industry partners?
So I want to state upfront that this is a statewide challenge, not just for rural businesses. However, what we want to do through the aims of this challenge is to increase collaborations between industry, rural businesses and rural farms, and research institutions. So we want to encourage the companies, the businesses, to use this challenge opportunity to develop collaborations with an industry partner in a particular industry sector, or with a farmer, or with the aquaculture or agricultural partner in the rural area, or in the agtech sector. The industry partner can collaborate as an advisor. They can there can be a development partner, or even match our funding to accelerate the objectives of the grant proposal.
Fantastic. And moving forward, is it okay if I just call you Artie?
Yes.
Next question. Can the collaborators be outside of Maryland?
Yes, there's no restriction on collaborators and partners outside Maryland. However, the funding will only be provided to Maryland-based businesses that qualify under our principal place of business definition that can be found on our website.
Fantastic. Next question. Should the applicant business be located in rural Maryland?
The applicant businesses should be ideally located in Maryland, and however, we will look for collaborations with rural businesses. So location in rural Maryland would be helpful. Or we could also be looking at an urban ag tech company, for example, that has a clear economic impact statement that is working to improve agricultural access and access to food for the Maryland community.
So just to clarify, a company in agtech can be located in Montgomery County or Prince George's County or Baltimore City.
Correct.
Fantastic.
As long as there's an economic impact that they can talk about, a clear economic impact statement that they can write about.
Thank you. Okay, so let's look at this scenario. Our farm has been hit hard by COVID and we want to buy new equipment. Are there any restrictions on spending funds on equipment or other expenses?
So the challenge is not just COVID relief. We are trying to get you to collaborate and modernize your business and pivot from the crisis. Use the crisis, the economic crisis, and the pandemic as an opportunity and use that to rebuild and pivot. So what we are looking for, we don't have necessarily a limit on equipment, but we expect that most of the funds be used for technology development or technology implementation and not just for equipment purchase.
Fantastic, but Artie, this would definitely help our farm. So we so appreciate it. Okay, let's go to the next one. I want to expand my farm. Can I use the funds to buy land?
Unfortunately, no. The funds may not be used to buy property or land. That's not the purpose and goal of this challenge. It is to empower technologically the output from a farm and increase income for the farmers, but it is not for buying property or land.
Okay, so about the innovation. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I am a researcher with clean technology that may benefit Maryland farmers. Can I apply for funding or do I need to be a business?
According to the rules that we have to work under, only a business can apply for this funding. However, as a researcher, we encourage you to reach out to partners in rural Maryland or in urban Maryland to find a collaborator who could apply and benefit from your technology implementation.
So I still have an opportunity as long as I know how to collaborate.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. Is there a limit on the percentage or amount of the total funds used by the company and by the university or research institution? And if so, are there any restrictions on what the funds can be used for, either the company or the research institution?
No, there is not necessarily a limit on the percentage or what the funds can be used for the company. However, use of funds should reflect the collaboration. So if there is a collaboration between a university, research institution, and a rural business or an industry partner, it should the funds should reflect the collaboration and be commensurate with the effort by the collaborators. There can be some restrictions on the university expenses.
Got it. Okay. Are university overhead costs allowed to be allocated?
No, that was what I was referring to, that universities may not use these funds for overhead costs. That is not the purpose and intention of this particular funding.
Okay. Let's think about this scenario. I have a technology and I'm looking for an industry or research partner. Who should I talk to?
I think we have on the screen now, we have a few collaborators that you could talk to in our ecosystem. F3 Tech is the Food, Farm, and Fish initiative out on the Eastern Shore. IMET works with marine technology, and they are based in Baltimore City, and TechPort is in rural Maryland as well. So you can talk to some of these entities. These are not necessarily county entities, but they are entities that will work with you to find you a collaborator. If they might be your partner, or they might find you a partner that you can work with. They can help you with that. You may also want to look at your county economic development agencies. Each county has an EDC, EDA, and each of these organizations can have, will be able to assist you in finding the correct collaborator to apply with. We also at TEDCO have the Rural Business Innovation Initiative, and we have mentors in all of the rural areas. So if you have a particular technology and are looking for a partner, or are from a particular industry and are looking for a partner, we would encourage you reaching out to us at the ARR challenge at TEDCO.org and TEDCO.md and request an introduction to any one of these rural partners.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So with that in mind, can you reiterate again, when is the grant deadline?
The grant deadline is May 14th, 2021. That is a month from today, from when we are recording this. And we will be, it's a short timeline. So we encourage everybody to reach out to us as soon as possible and start having those conversations to figure out if you're eligible or not and where your partners need to be.
Fantastic. And the last question, how long will it take to get the funding?
The funding decision will be made within a month, and it will be, the funds will be available for release before June 30th.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, Dr. Artie Santhanam, thank you so much for explaining to us the ARR challenge, and how so many of our innovative collaborators, the Maryland ecosystem, can have access to up to $200,000 per project.
Yeah, we hope that we see a plethora of technologies, not just agtech, but also in clean tech, energy, broadband. In terms of technology, it's a very broad net that we are throwing across. So we hope to see a large portfolio of companies coming through.
Fantastic. And just for one more iteration, we're providing the information of where people can apply. Is www.tedcomd.com/ARR.
Thank you.